All right, we're here. Riverfront Park, Chickahominy. Get it going. Figure out something. Yep.
The Bassmaster Tournament Trail returns to Richmond, Virginia and the historic James River.
So I wanted to start this video off talking about our plan, how we came up with the plan. Tidal water fishing is much different than in rivers and lakes. The tide changes everything. So your goal, and if you read the books and watch the shows, the goal is to be fishing moving water, better outgoing, which is going from high to low. Water is outgoing out of the river back into the ocean. The hour before low tide and the hour after low tide. So this is exactly what I wrote down. I took the tide charts, I looked it all up. May 3rd is the day of the tournament, and I wrote down the tides to try to figure out what was actually moving that day. And this actually is a simpler one of the simplest ones I've done, because it's all going out. So May 3rd, day of the tournament, I look at that. This is the Chick. This is Chickahominy. Wilcox Wharf, I believe, is right in here. Hopewell and Richmond. So the day of the tournament, low tide at 1:24 p.m. at the bridge over the Chick. So that's right here. Because that's up in there, it's the Chip Oaks, which is right here. Chip Oaks is going to be a little earlier, I guess, because that's a little bit farther off the channel than the mouth of Chip Oaks. Wilcox Wharf at 2:16. So slack low tide at 2:16. Hopewell, slack low tide at 3:20. 295 Bridge at 4:36. 295 right here. So if you notice, there's no slack tide at the beginning of your day somewhere up here. And if it was like outgoing tide and then at 9 a.m. you had a slack tide here, you're going to have about 2 hours or 3 hours of good fishing up through here. But being that I have a slack tide all the way down here in the middle of the day, I fish outgoing water and then keep following that outgoing water all the way up and all the way back to the boat ramp, because this is where we go out. Now that is from up here, and I'm not exact with the mouse. From up here to down here is about an hour ride. So the thought is that we're going to go down here. We're going to start fishing. We have outgoing water. Day of the tournament lets out, I think, at 6:30. We'll get there about 7:30. Fish the outgoing until it gets prime. Right after it gets prime, probably hit slack tide or so, or just before it, and then run up a bunch. And then you'll be back in the outgoing water. You'll be back in the good stuff. And fish a little bit more, and then run up some more, and then fish a little bit more. So you're always going to have that outgoing water, and you're never sitting on a slack tide. We have 1 day to practice for this tournament. One official day of practice. It's the Friday before the tournament. You can't fish the week before. This is about a 3-hour drive from the house. So this isn't something that I can just go practice real easy. And it's Tidal, so I feel like if you go there and practice, it may be a waste of time a week ahead. One caveat to that is this is the springtime, and these fish should be spawning. And I guess you could go find those spawning areas, or at least go check them out. I've been here a few times, so I kind of know my way around. I've done that run before. But again, I'm no expert in the James River and no expert on tidal water. But if anybody has a different idea or likes my plan or wants to change anything or help us out, help the people out watching this video, please comment. I'd love to hear some input from some of the seasoned tidal water guys. With that said, continue through the video. You'll show you what we find on practice day, and of course we're going to have tournament day on here. And then at the end of the tournament day video, I want to do the same thing again and kind of talk about, did we screw up? Could we have done this better? Could we have done that better? And kind of diagnose and break down what we did and see what we can do better next time.
Either we're not around them or they don't like this little killer gill. Oh.
Nah, that was my blade was hung up going sideways.
Oh. You think I can blow up? Oh, there's one.
There's one. That was a decent one.
Not the size we want.
No,
but the
but
size we'll take.
where was he at? Up in there?
Yeah, he was just off the arrowheads. But see that little patch right there?
Oh shit.
Just to the left where my frog's at?
Yeah.
I pulled it out of there and he came out and got it. Damn it.
The one you did catch was in the mouth of that creek.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna put a buzz bait on.
Yeah, I'd try it. Oh, there.
Oh,
I didn't mean to set the.
ooh, that's a good one.
He ain't that good. The way he rumbled the water up, the boiled the water, I thought he was bigger than that.
I know, I did too.
Dink. See, and now there's another
Little
outgo of water right there.
Yeah. Yep.
Look right here.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a
Right,
good one.
right all the way at the boat right there.
It's a better one than the last one. It's not a giant, but it's.
Tell me when this guy's. Look at the humpback on that thing.
I thought he looked funky.
He's just trying to get some. He's all the way at the boat. Oh. Oh God. He was on there.
How big was he?
I don't know what the hell that was about,
Yeah.
but he got it and ran that way. Did you see my line come out of the water?
No.
What we're fishing here is just a bay out in the mouth of two little creeks. Goes spawning flat, little current hitting it. Got arrowheads, cypress trees. Didn't catch squat off a cypress tree. I was really hoping to do that, but I caught those fish on a green pumpkin jackhammer with a spunk shad on it. Also noticed the watercolor. I noticed that as soon as we got there, it's a lot dirtier than I remember it being in the past when I've gone. I don't know. I think it's because of the lack of rain, lack of fresh water coming in, and that old nasty river water's gone up in there.
Could never do that again. I just got a bite. He's got it.
Crack him. Let's see what he is.
It's a big one.
See how they run?
Yeah.
They run. Dude.
It's not a big one, but kind of on the throat or something.
He's way up there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Steak beds.
So you just saw Alex catch that one on a green pumpkin missile jig. But you also see us back at the boat ramp. We tried a bunch of stuff. We ran around the mouth of the Chickahominy, ran the back of some creeks, hit some docks and current. Nothing that was knock your socks off. It was not good. So just as our plan was, it's almost slack tide here, I believe. I think it's like 10:30. So we're gonna take back out, go put in a Hopewell and fish down, and then back up the river from Hopewell just to try some more, keep that water moving, keep doing that outgoing tide, keep fishing it just to see what else we can find.
Change places. We're at Hopewell. That was the plan.
Yeah, we're just running the tide. No biggie.
So when you put in a Hopewell, the best creek I know of near Hopewell is Herren Creek. So here we go to Herren Creek, and it's packed with people.
Let's just plop down right here. Yeah. Why not? 23 foot of water right here, so it's just a big hole.
Yeah.
Might see what that guy's doing. Figure out how you got both entrances blocked up. See that wood sitting right out there?
Yeah.
So what we wanted to fish at Herren Creek was a spawning bay or a big bay right once you go into Herren Creek on the left. Everybody knows about it. It's no big secret. Not telling anybody's secrets here, but what we find out here is fish are on wood as that outgoing tide comes on out. And also, didn't realize it at this point, but we're just a touch behind where we need to be. And that's going to be the theme for it. And I'm going to cover it more in the tournament video. But as you watch this, you'll see us churning up mud. You notice nobody is back in there at this point. I think because I didn't know this, the water's gone too far out.
Is that which was the chatterbait or the jig?
He's still got it. He's got it right here. Let go of it. Right off that stone.
Wood.
Yeah. Oh, did you see that?
Mm-mm.
I got him. See what it feels. Feels pretty good. Yeah.
He's all right. White chatterbait.
Huh?
White chatter. There's nobody around.
So Alex caught a few in Herren Creek on the white chatterbait. Just some other piece of the puzzle that we now have. I was catching them on a green pumpkin. He's now catching them on a white. We leave there, run up the river, hit a few things, go to this is the barge pits, where if you watch the opens and all that stuff, guys caught them in the barge pits, spawning. So we go up there, and I lost enough drop shot weights and stuff that I decided I did not want to come back. It's worse than the spools on the Potomac. You see I catch one fish here, caught him on a drop shot, nothing big, just can't get the big bite.
Pretty good one.
Well, that's a wrap. We're back at the hotel room. Got her, getting ready to have her plugged up. It was okay day. Not so good. Kind of good. Probably had 12 pounds. Not nothing to write home about, but hopefully tomorrow it gets better. We're gonna go try some new water for a little bit. Way down, way long ways away. Hopefully we make it there and back on 2 tanks of gas. We'll see.